find an author or blogger or whatever the case may be that you enjoy and you want to follow. So, for quite some time, I've been getting this newsletter from a group called Mind Body Green. I don't even know how I found them, but I get their stuff at least weekly, if not something from them every day. And this late last week, I was reading this article from them, and they were talking about your morning routine and how important your morning routine is. And so I thought that was a perfect complement to our Mindset Monday. So I'm going to share with you guys what I learned from Mind Body Green. Some of it I already practice, and so I stand behind it. Other pieces of it I want to get more intentional about and make sure I'm working it into my routine. So we can work on this together and we can all, share our experiences and see how things have gone. So there's a guy, his name is Michael Chernow, Chernow. And Michael Chernow is involved in a whole bunch of stuff. Some people may be familiar with him. I am not. But someone had interviewed him and he had talked about his morning routine, and Mind Body Green just kind of took what he shared and blew it out and made it some steps that all of us can follow. Now, what I found that was really similar to reading what he does is quite some time ago, I read about millionaires and billionaires and how there are some things that they absolutely will consistently do every single day before they officially start their day and get into whatever their work is. So what is that? That's a morning routine, right? And so I'm just kind of tying these points together and thinking, okay, we might be on to something. I know when I'm intentional about the things that I do first thing in the morning, it does set the tone for my day, and my day tends to go better. So let's jump into what this article had to say about the morning routine. The first thing you will find familiar, we talk about it all the time, especially on Thankful Thursdays, but they call it smiles and gratitude. And the encouragement is that before you even get out of bed, not only do you start to think about the things that you're grateful for, but you actually smile. When we smile, we are signaling our brain that goodness is coming, good things are happening. And so we're already kind of getting into that positive space. So I consistently kind of click off the things that I'm grateful for first thing in the morning. And I try to remember to do it at night before I go to sleep as well. But adding the smile to it, I like that touch. So I thought I would share that with you guys. So smile first thing in the morning. You're not even out of bed yet. You smile and you think through what it is that you're grateful for. Now, what I've said to you guys about gratitude many, many times is it's one thing to run down the list. It's another thing to experience the list. And what I mean by that is slow down a little bit enough to really remember or to connect with that thing that you're saying that you're grateful for and allow the feelings of that thing. So I always think about my grandkids. They bring me a lot of joy. I am absolutely grateful for them. So if I'm thinking about them, I can remember a time when we were hanging out or something specific one of them said or did, or maybe a big hug with all the grandkids or with the group of them, things like that. And when you think about that, some of those positive emotions that are attached to that experience, they come into play. You actually start to feel them all over again. So it connects your gratitude and makes it more poignant in that moment. And so smile and gratitude first thing in the morning and actually experience those things that you're grateful for. That was the first thing on their list. The second thing on their list was self-care. I think we all have this down at least the basics. We get up in the morning, we have our morning routine, we brush our teeth, we wash our face. Some people are morning showers, some people are nighttime showers, whatever the case may be. But whatever your self-care routine is, go through that and mindfully go through it. Now, this is me adding to what they said. Be mindful about it. When you're doing it, actually experience the warmth of the water, experience the smell of your favorite soaps. Those things generate positive thoughts as well and will connect you to the moment, make you be really, really present in that moment so that you're not just going through the emotions, but you are experiencing your moment. You're getting yourself connected, mind, body, and spirit. The next thing is spiritual practice. Whether you pray, I'll just read exactly what they said. Whether you pray, meditate, or simply sit outside and enjoy nature, reconnecting with something bigger than yourself, whatever that means to you, is a grounding practice that can bring peace and calm. So for me, my morning before I do my gratitude thing, my gratitude list is connected to prayer. I am grateful for waking up. So I'm saying my morning prayer, and in that I'm listing some of the things that I'm grateful for. So I combine those two. But also throughout the day, if I find myself getting too stressed out, too disconnected from what's going on, having a hard time connecting, I'll just get up and break away for a few minutes and go and walk outside. Yeah, I'm a country girl, so this may be too much for some of you. But sometimes I'll go into my garden area and I'll take my shoes off and actually feel the grass under my feet. I may touch one of my plants. I may touch the tree. I'm not a tree hugger per se, but connecting with nature it just resets me, recenters me, and makes me feel good. And so having some sort of a spiritual practice and a breakaway routine when things are getting too stressful, I highly encourage that for everybody. A quick workout. And it doesn't have to be, you're at the gym for an hour and you're just banging it out. It could be, just a few minutes of walking. It could be, running in place. It can be whatever translates to you as to getting the heart rate up a little bit. Because when we get that heart rate up, we get the blood flowing to our brain and we're able to think better. We think more clearly and we get the endorphins flowing. People who've seen my workout videos in the past know I call myself an endorphin chaser. Those endorphins are free. They are literally living inside of us if we wake them up, and they are instant mood boosters. They make you feel better. They make you see the world from a better perspective. They calm you down, and they're not medicated. They're not chemicals, something that's external. It's already in your body. And there's so many things that these wonderful bodies that we've been graced with do for us naturally if we take care of them. But those endorphins are wonderful. They're better than medicine. They're better than stuff you can buy over the counter if you utilize them. So just getting the heart rate up for a few minutes can really help get your morning routine off to a good start. And it can also recenter you throughout the day. When I walk pretty briskly, and it gets the heart rate up. Just going through the motions of walking, it's not too strenuous, so I'm not hurting the old joints or anything like that. But I'm doing something that's going to make me breathe a little bit heavy, get the heart rate up, and as a result of that, things start to calm down, and the mind functions better. So a quick workout, and then the next thing is hydrate. And got my water right here, because it's early in my day, and this one talks about doing all this stuff. We haven't gotten to breakfast yet, so if you're one of those people like I used to be, I just kind of lounge in the bed until I absolutely had to get up to start my day. None of this is going to fit into that routine. So the first thing you have to do is be committed to yourself and back up the beginning of your day a little bit. I don't know if it's 30 minutes. I don't know if it's an hour. For me, I get up about an hour before I need to start my videos so that I have time to take care of myself and be in a good headspace before we start our day. So you want to hydrate. So before you have any of that sugar, any of the carbs, any of the things in that we normally intake for breakfast or whatever, even our fruit, before we do anything, knock down at least one bottle, if not two, of water. And that is going to nourish your body, hydrate your body. It also is going to curb some of the hunger and help you with how much you're taking in, right? So hydrating. And then the next thing is stretching. We've exercised a little bit. So you want to stretch before you get into your day a little bit. Stretch those muscles, get them ready to support your body, because they are working all day long, and they're probably a little stiff because you've been asleep. You've been in the bed all day. And so you were stiff. You've loosened up a little bit because you've walked or did whatever you did for your light little workout. And so now you want to stretch. And then cold therapy. So because cold therapy is something that I'm still getting used to, but I actually really like it. I'm a person who loves hot water. Almost too hot, just enough to where if it was a little hotter, I wouldn't be able to take it. So hot water is my thing. Heat, I don't really like the cold, but I've been reading more and more lately about even after at the end of your shower, if for a few minutes you'll blast it all the way to cold, that it does something for the body. It has really positive effects for the blood flow, for clearing the mind, for some of the same things that we've already talked about. It's good for our muscles and our ligaments. And so cold shower at the end. And what they said in this one is if you can just for a few seconds get a little part of your body cold and then change to a little bit and just move it around until you work yourself up to 2 or 3 minutes where you're able to stand under the cold water. So I'm not there yet. I'm not at the 2 or 3 minutes, but I do at the end of my shower. I've had my nice hot shower the way I love it, and then at the end, I crank it over to the cold and let that hit. And you feel yourself. You feel your skin tingling after you get over that initial shock of the cold water. It does really feel good. Trust me, give it a try. And then journaling is now we're dealing with the mind. We're allowing our minds to flow and be free. And you don't you a lot of books and things, journals will have like writing prompts, so there may be something on the page to get the mind going and get you to just writing. But if you want to just put pen to paper and whatever comes up, write it. Just write it down with no restrictions. You don't have to put a whole lot of thought into it. Don't worry about spelling and punctuation and all the things that make writing more perfect. You are just getting what's going on in your head out of there and onto paper, and you'll be surprised at what little nuggets fall out sometimes. That's one thing. And the other thing is things that you may be worried about or have been just kind of clogged up that you can't get past. Putting it on paper kind of gets it out of your head and allows you to sit it down and think on it without it just kind of clogging things up. It allows you to keep processing. We're finally at number 9 on their list, and that's nourish. And that's when we have a wholesome breakfast. Trying to be healthy, being careful about what we're taking in because our body is our temple. And the better we take care of that, and trust me, right now I'm talking to myself more than anybody. But the better we take care of ourselves and be mindful about what we take in, the better we can expect good stuff to come out. So I'll read you their takeaway. And it was whether you're 25 or 75, the small efforts you make today to enhance your health span will pay out down the road. Follow these simple steps each morning to invest in your physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional health and ensure you'll feel your best for years to come. So I know quite a few people have come on since we've started, and today is Mindset Monday. And my commitment to you guys this week is I'm really going to focus on how. So as we're talking about each day, I want to give you some tips and techniques to apply to whatever the subject is for today. Monday is always about mindset. So today we talked about having a good, strong morning routine that can help you get prepared mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically to win at your day. Because when you're in alignment with in all of those areas of your life, you've got yourself all pulled together and you're doing the things that are healthy for you, mind, body, spirit, then you're in a position to win, whatever that means to you. So I'll run through the list of 9. It came from Mind, Body, and Green. Mind, Body, Green is a newsletter that I subscribe to. And they adapted a morning routine from Michael Chernow. And it starts with smile and gratitude, self-care, spiritual practice, a quick workout, hydrate, stretching, cold therapy. We're going to work on that one, journaling, and then your breakfast, nourish. And so those are 9 steps that you can work on. And I know 9 seems like a lot. It seems like a lot to me, but I was going through and I was looking. So I already do the smile and the gratitude. And I think quite a few of you do too. We've been talking about that for a while. Everybody does their self-care routine. If it's just your morning facial routine, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, getting yourself dressed, that's self-care. But be mindful of it and actually experience it. Don't do it on autopilot. feel the water, smell your perfumes, actually be present with yourself and get ready for your day with all that goodness floating around you. Having your spiritual practice, your prayer life, your meditation, that's going to help you with the spiritual and emotional part. The quick workout kind of can hit you on all levels. Hydrating, it's important that we're putting in the H2O and we're taking care of our bodies and we're not dehydrated like most of the population. I'm a little dehydrated myself right now, so I've got my water close by. We want to stretch and we want to do the cold therapy to wake ourselves up at the end of our shower. Journaling to empty our minds and to get some things out on paper that we can look at and see if there's spaces where there's things that we want to work on, and then have a good healthy breakfast. So the reason I shared this with you is we talk about mindset on Mondays. And it's true that we want to get ourselves in a good, positive mindset and be focused on what's going well and not so focused and dreading the things that are not going so well, because we reproduce what it is we focus on. So if we're focused on lack, we're going to have lack. If we're focused on the positive and good and what we've received, we can put ourselves in a situation to where we're going to receive and draw more of that to ourselves. But in order for us to have the mindset that we want, it's not enough just to think positive thoughts. We have to take care of our entire selves, our whole selves. So that's why I wanted to look at a practice. I'd mentioned you got to get up in the morning a little bit earlier if you really want to be able to have a good morning routine. If you're running out the door last minute and you're dragging the kids out, trying to get them to school, and you're trying to make sure that you're at work on time, look at the chaos. It is very difficult for you to slide into your work day or whatever it is that you do every day and do it well, because you've begun your day with chaos. So give yourself the gift of a little bit of more time in the morning. Wake up a little bit earlier and wake up intentionally. Just don't get up and start going through the motions, but smile and think about what you're grateful for. Write some of that stuff down. Have a good morning self routine where you're taking care of yourself. You're getting a little exercise in. You're mindful about what it is you're taking into your body. And you know at that point that you have done everything that you could possibly do to win your day. Life is going to keep lifing. Things are going to happen. But when something comes up that's not ideal, it's not what you want to be dealing with, or sometimes it's just something that's bad, something that's difficult. But if you have positioned yourself to win, if you've taken care of yourself on those different levels, even when the tough stuff comes, you're in a better position to handle it. You can think more clearly, get yourself out of it more clearly, be real intentional about how you deal with the situation instead of just being led by your emotions because you're tired, because you're running already in the morning and you've got this chaotic routine that's going on. Give yourself a good evaluation of what your morning routine is. Do that for yourself. And if you see that it's chaotic, that's okay. Starting point. That's what I say all the time. When we find something that's not serving us, that's not going the way we would like it to go, instead of beating ourselves up about that, congratulate yourself for being aware. Be proud of yourself for figuring it out, because now you're in a position to do something about it. You can change things so that they better serve you. You are here. I come back to that all the time. The directory in the mall. You want to go somewhere? The first thing you do when you look at that directory, you find the store, but then you also have to find the star that tells you where you are in relation to that store. And now you're able to plot your course and you know how to get where it is you're trying to go. And so every time you find one of those areas in your life where things are not functioning as you would like them to, it's not a place to feel bad about yourself, beat yourself up. It's like, okay, there's a star on my directory. I am here. Once you know where you are and you determine where you want to go, all you got to do is plot the steps to get there. You are winning because you're more aware. So understand that. That's part of having a growth mindset, being able to look at what's working and what's not, and take the gifts out of both of those situations to better your future. So you are here. There's your star. I can't make a star very well, but there it is. There's your star. And you are now ready to plot the course that's going to change that star, move it to its new destination, which is where you actually want to be. right? And we just repeat that routine time and time and time. When we're self-evaluating, when we're self-aware, we are not doing that to beat ourselves up. We are doing it to better ourselves. So that's my encouragement for you guys today on this Mindset Monday. Get ready to win to the day, which will lead to you winning the week, the month, and winning at the life that you've been gifted with. So I am Cassandra Terry, your Mindset Miracle Waker, and I am encouraging you to take the items that I had mentioned. Let me actually put them up here for you guys to take a quick look at them to make it a little bit easier to remember. So let's see if I can show them to you. There we go. So your mindset strategy, your morning routine, smile and gratitude, self-care, spiritual practice, a quick workout, hydrate, stretching, cold therapy, journaling, and then a good healthy breakfast, nourish. So those are the things we talked about this morning right there in print. You can take a picture if you want to remind yourself. But I would love for you guys to tell me, leave me a message, tell me which things you already do, and commit to one thing that you're going to add to your morning practice. And if you're one of those folks who need to get up a little bit earlier to get it going, start to think about that and make that commitment to yourself so that you can remove some chaos from your lives. Okay. All right. That's it for this Mindset Monday. I will see you guys tomorrow for Transformation Tuesday, where I have to get busy and make sure I've got some techniques for you in that space as well. Happy Monday, guys. Enjoy your day.